So the first thing is you're not a sponge. What happens when a sponge gets full to capacity? It can't absorb anymore. What good are you as an empath if you can't operate properly? So that's why I said stop absorbing. And I said stop absorbing on purpose because I wanted your attention. I wanted you to comment. I wanted you to come hear what I have to say. So that post did exactly what I needed it to. People even got mad and was like, you need to use a new sound. That sound is old. I'm going to use that sound to the cows come home if it does what I need it to do, okay? So here I am. You are not a sponge. Sponges break down, yes. Sponges that are full to capacity and they stay full will start growing bacteria and fungus. You are not a sponge. That's the first thing. So you do not have to absorb. You have heard it said that you can't help it, but that's contrary to universal truth. Universal truth says that you are the creator of your reality. Am I saying, thank you so much for that? If you're saying that you can't help it, that means you're in a victim energy and you don't know how to use your power. I want to show you how to use your power. But first, you got to receive that you do not have to absorb. You are not a sponge. You take other people's stuff on, you hold it, and then you can't live in your own life because you're tired, you're frustrated, etc., etc. All right? So that's the first thing. The second thing is you are not a vase. A vase will hold water, right? But if that water stays in there for long enough, it's going to get stagnant and start growing all kind of microorganisms. You're not a sponge and you're not a vase. In other words, you're not a receptacle of other people's energies. So what are you? What are you? You are an energetic current. You are cyclic. You're like a hose and we connect the ends. You are cyclic. So what does that mean? That means that you take information in and you alchemize it into a more useful form. When you eat your food, your cells take what they need and everything else is discarded, goes into the earth, and then the cycle continues. There's a water cycle, a life and death cycle. There's a cycle, life cycles, okay? So you are cyclic. You're not a sponge and you're not a vase. You do not need to absorb. I need to lay this foundation for you. Okay, you're supposed to be taking the energy in and doing something with it, alchemizing. Alchemizing emotions is when you take an emotion in a non-beneficial form and you make it beneficial. Okay, I'm teaching you how to do this. I'm going to give you a few ways to do it real easy, quickly, and simply. And then I'm going to invite you to my empath bootcamp that's coming up. I was trying to put it on my website tonight. The website ain't act right. I didn't worry about it, but it's coming, okay? VeronicaMarie.com. And you never knew that until last year. I got you. Yes, transmuting it, alchemizing it, whatever word you want to use. We are here for it, okay? And it's a superpower. I coach people all day long, all week long, and I'm absorbing nothing, and I don't have to, and I'm still helping them. Okay, people are still getting help. Some people thought I meant ignore people, cut them off. Nope, you cannot get away from negative energy. You can't get away from negative people. It is just like that. Thank you, Ambrosia. I appreciate that. All right. Hey, Vanessa. Well, welcome. I'm glad you made it. So let's talk. I've already gone over this, but I'm going over it again because I got some new people. You need to understand that you are not here to save the world. You're not here to change people. You're not here to get people to see anything, okay? That's not what you're here for. What you're here to do is either plant or water. You're either planting a seed or watering a seed that's already there, but God provides the increase. You are not here to save the world. You do not benefit the world when you cannot function, when you're drained, frustrated, powerless, etc., etc. You don't serve us well. So we need you to be at peak performance, and you do that by learning these few simple things, some energetic hygiene. There's plenty of ways, but I'm about to give you a few that you can use right away, okay? You are not a victim. You are not powerless in here. You're not a victim of circumstance. You are the creator of your reality. One of the laws, one of the universal laws is that you are unlimited potential. You are limitless creativity. So how can a limitless creativity be subject to something like absorption? How? You create this. And if you create an absorption kind of situation, then you can create one that's beneficial for you. Anytime you go against a universal truth, you create suffering within yourself. All right? That's how you know you're going inconsistently with truth, is you create suffering. So if your empathetic ability is creating suffering within you, then you need to do something, and I'm here to help you. So the first thing to recognize is that you're not here to save everybody. You're not here to get them to see anything. You are here to either plant a seed or water it. Another universal law is the law of detachment. You have to detach from the outcome, but you get so attached to the outcome. You want to see people make it. You want to see that you want it more than they want it. And you create frustration within yourself. You give people advice that they don't want. And you do it over and over again. And they don't want it, so they don't listen. And you get bitter and you get resentful. And I didn't mean better, I mean bitter. You get bitter and resentful. You get bitter anytime you give more than you need to give, more than you want to give, more than you have to give. And you start fussing. Nobody's here for me. Nobody does anything for me. I listen to people when I'm at my lowest point, and nobody's there for me. They can't even pour me a glass of water. You're bitter and resentful because you've been given more than you need to give, more than you have to give, more than you want to give. Can the church say amen? Thank you, Veda, for that. Thank you so much. If I'm telling the truth, then say ouch, because I'm trying to help you. Okay? 100%. But that's because you're absorbing. And when you absorb, you can do nothing with the energy. Thank you, Sage of Ascension. Okay? Ouch. Y'all be doing that. I used to do it too, but I don't do it anymore. That's why I'm here to help you. All right? All y'all saying ouch, 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 ouch. Okay, let me help you. So the first thing you need to know is speechless, right? You need to find out, does this person want to vent or does this person want help? This is key. I'm teaching you energetic hygiene so that your empathetic ability can serve you well and others. Okay? Number one. Or maybe number two. I don't know how to count. Whatever. Y'all take notes. Does a person want to vent or do they want help processing? It's two different things. Okay? You assume that everybody wants your help because you feel their pain. So you think they must want help because you would want help because you feel the pain. That's called projection. You need to project on a certain level, but here I'm trying to help you put your projection in balance. Okay? Projection helps us to empathize, but you can't project across the board. Does the person want to vent or does the person want help? Y'all got that? Amen? Okay. You got to refrain from giving unsolicited advice, because when a person doesn't want your advice, I am not married. When a person doesn't want your advice, you're wasting your energy. They don't want it. They don't want your advice. They're on autopilot. Let's talk about autopilot, because I keep talking about this, but now I want to help y'all understand it in a deep way. Your brain is programmed that when A happens, then you do B. You're in a program. When you're in a program, you are not conscious. When you are not conscious, you are on autopilot. Your consciousness has left the building and you are on autopilot. And you can do nothing but what that program gives you, okay? So if you're in a program that says, when people lie to me, I get upset, right? Now you're in a whole program. You're no longer conscious. You can't be present. You can't treat this situation as it is because you're in a program. You're in a program that you picked up long ago from somewhere, from somebody, and you keep applying it over and over and over again. So you keep getting upset every time somebody lied to you. You tired yet? You should be. I would be if I were you. So let's imagine that you came up to me and you were in a program and you're so upset because you feel betrayed because people lied to you. Am I saying people need to lie to you? No. I'm just saying you need to change your program, because without the program, you're going to keep being affected. Without changing the program, you're going to keep being affected by it. All right. So let's say you come up to me and you're in your program. You're mighty triggered because somebody lied to you. Lord, the world's coming to an end because somebody lied. Okay. If I jump in and say, oh, don't worry about it. People lie to me too. Don't worry about it. And the person is going, oh, I'm worried about it. I'm going to kick they blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And you're trying to calm them down. They don't want to be calmed down. They want to be upset. You want them to calm down. So who has the problem? Who has the problem? You or them, right? So then you're going to absorb it because now you got to get them to see that they need to calm down. Sometimes people need to be mad. Sometimes people need to be sad. Sometimes people need to experience their negative emotions, because in the negative emotion, the truth comes forward if they're open. And you're trying to snatch people out of their emotional experience, and it's not even your place. Let people feel how they want to feel. But see, you don't know what to do with your emotions. So you want to hurry up and abort theirs. But I'm telling you, you need your negative emotions. A lot of y'all are walking around trying to avoid negativity. Oh, I stay away from negativity. I stay away from negative people. Well, guess what? You might as well stay in a hole, because there's always going to be negative people. There's always going to be negative situations, because the whole universe operates on positive and negative. Show me a person who can stay away from negativity 100% of the time. Do you need to do that? No. You need to get at your own programs, your own unresolved energies that resonate with the negativity. That's how you're going to stop it. So let's go back to the venting process. If the person says, I want to vent, they do not want your advice. Thank you, positively. Thank you. And when a person doesn't want your advice, you're going to drain yourself trying to give it. And the energy is going to bounce back to you, but it's going to bounce back to you in a lesser force, a lesser capacity. So the more you give, the more a lesser capacity bounces back to you. Before long, you're drained. Okay? You don't have to absorb. You're not a sponge. Amen. Amen. Let's move on. Y'all ready? I can't read y'all comments because they're going so fast. But if you know what I'm saying, just say amen. Say yes, I got you. I'm on the bus, whatever it is. Thank you for that gift, Brown Cord. Thank you, Sarte. Okay. When a person wants to vent, the next thing is you need to ask yourself, am I in a place to receive a vent? Am I in a place to receive a vent? Because thank you, I am she. Because some of y'all, thank you, Val Play. Some of y'all be at your lowest point and you still trying to carry the weight of other people's energy. You're not responsible. All right. So I'm about to help you. Am I in a place to receive a vent? Kisses from Argentina. Welcome. Are you in a place? If the answer is no, you need to equip yourself with some phrases to help you in this situation. Let me give you an example. If you're not in a place to vent, you can say something like, I really want to listen to you right now, but I'm in a place within myself. Let me give you a call back at 3:00, and then let's take about 30 minutes and vent. That's good. You still want to help them. You still want to support them. There it is. There's the venting space. There's the time. There's the time for you to take care of yourself. Maybe you're not ready to talk to them at all that day. Say, let's set up a time to chat about it. In the meantime, let me send you this YouTube video. Let me send you this book title. Let me send you this to help you, okay? Because sometimes people just want to vent and they don't want help. That's it. If you're in a place to receive a vent, then ask yourself, how much time do I have for this? Ask yourself, how much time do I have to receive a vent? Maybe you only have 30 minutes. Maybe you only have 15, 12, whatever. Give that to the person. Sure, I can receive your vent, but I only have about 30 minutes. Then you start counting down, okay? When you get about 10, 15 minutes in, say, I just want to remind you that I just have 30 minutes and I really want to hear what you have to say, and I just want to let you know. Then when you're 5 minutes to the time, you're going to say, I just want to remind you, I just got 5 minutes left and then I got to scat. That's my favorite phrase. I got to scat. And I really do have to scat because I'm busy. So I can't sit in a perpetual vent. You ever sat in a perpetual vent? One that you didn't know when it was going to end. They ain't let you get a word in. They on autopilot. You got to give that autopilot a receptacle and so that you can begin and end. Do I have space to receive a vent, and how much time do I have? Okay, those are 2 tools that you can use right away. Actually 3. Do you want a vent, or would you like help processing it? Secondly, am I in a place to receive a vent? And if so, how long can I receive it without being drained? This is energetic hygiene. Okay, I teach all of this in my life coach training course. I have a Christian life coach training course right now. It's on self-study for $55. And my live one is coming back in June as well. All right, so if you ever thought about getting certified as a life coach, then you want to check out my program. It'll be on my website pretty soon. It's only difficult if you make it difficult. But if you start putting some of these things into practice, it's not going to be that hard. I want to work my way through this review because I got to get to the new part. Okay? Next, if a person wants to process, the question you can ask them is, how can I support you? Because sometimes you think you're supporting a person when really that's not the support that they need. Example, I used this earlier today. I'm going to use it again. When I lose my keys, I'm talking about me personally. I lose my keys all the time. I lose my keys all the time. I do not like it when people jump in and start saying, well, where did you last leave them? What are you looking for? I can help you. Leave me alone, because you are stirring my energy up right now, and I don't want to be stirred up. It would be better if they asked me, oh, Veronica, you seem like you lost your keys, or you're looking for something. How can I support you? Now, they're not invested in my pain, because I'm the one that lose my keys because I don't put them where they need to be. And secondly, I feel supported. How can I support you? I don't want your help like that. I don't want you asking me where the last place I put them. I could think that for myself. Give me something I need. Or just ask me, how can I support you? And that will cause a person to think. When a person is on autopilot, they're not thinking. The autopilot has taken over. They don't know if you're feeling good, bad, or otherwise. And you, meanwhile, you're zoning out while they're on autopilot. So you're on Facebook, Instagram, you're trying to see what I'm saying on TikTok, you're trying to look at the TikTok live, you're trying to text your friends. They are on autopilot venting and you are zoning out. Both of y'all need some assistance. I'm trying to help you, help them. Okay? How may I support you? When people start thinking, they come out of the autopilot program. When you come out of autopilot, you become conscious, and that's where you can really get some assistance. Does this make sense? All right. Does it make sense? That's what I want to know. Is the person wanting to vent, or are they interested in getting help processing? Now, let me tell you why venting is draining for you. I'm going to tell you why. Because as you're listening to another person, you have your own programs within yourself. You have your own unresolved energies. That person's story is hitting your unresolved energy and is stirring it up within you. Now you're connecting with them. Some people begin to date people that they connect with because of energies that are unresolved. That's called trauma bonding. Thank you, Sage of Ascension. So when a person is venting, they're hitting your triggers all over the place. Imagine if you sit in an hour-long vent. All of those triggers have been worked up inside of you. The person walks away. They feel like they've been helped because either you helped them process it or you listen to the vent. They have the edge taken off of their experience so that they can function in life. Now you are stuck with all the triggers that are in you. What can you do about it? This is why you feel drained, because you got triggers. You got all this unresolved energy that makes it difficult. So what? Stop people from venting? Stay away from negative people? No. Get your energies resolved. Let me give you an analogy. Y'all remember the old record players that played the vinyl records? I'm 43. So when I was young, we had vinyl records, albums, and we also had cassette tapes. At a certain point in my childhood, we had the what did you call it? The 8 tracks. So anyway, when you think about the old record players, you would put the vinyl record on the player and it would spin, but it wouldn't make any sound, right? That's synonymous to your unresolved energies. You have thousands of records in your system playing without sound, so you don't know that they're there. They're in your subconscious. So when you pick the needle up and you put it on the album, then it starts making sound. Then you can hear the contents of the record. The needle is the situation. The situation puts the needle on your record and you start feeling everything. Thank you, introvert. You start feeling everything. all of your energies just starts getting haywire during that vent. This is why you can't listen to a perpetual vent. You got to set a space for it. I got 15 minutes. I got 20 minutes. I got 30 minutes. And then shoot them a YouTube video. Send them a book. If they really want help, they will get the book and read it. If they really want help, they will click on the YouTube link and listen. But no, some people don't want help and you're still trying to help them. And so you're listening, and all of the stuff that they're saying is putting the needle on a million records, and it's cacophony. It's just noise all over the place inside you. Now you walk away and you're feeling some kind of way and you don't even know what to do about it. This is what empaths are doing all across the board. So what should you do? You resolve your energies. It's taken me over a decade to begin understanding how to do this consistently. It doesn't have to take you over a decade. Sign up for coaching. We can hit your programs one by one, and I can show you how to dissolve them. Some of my clients are on here now. Okay, if the people live in your house, even more so, you need to dissolve those programs, because the reason other people bother you is because you have a receptor of their program in you. If you don't have the receptor, it's not going to bother you. It's not other people making you feel a kind of way. People don't make you feel anything. You feel that way because of all your unresolved energies, and you need to resolve those energies. That is healing. That is inner healing. Inner healing is the successful resolution of past energies that keep you stuck, keep you in experiences you don't want to have. You are the creator of your experience, and every experience emanates from inside of you. Every one of them. It's not outside. Thank you, positively. Every one of them are inside of you. And if you want to shift your experience, then you shift your programs or your belief systems. So right quick, let me give you the dynamics of change, and then I'm going. All right. One more thing before I go. Let me add this. There's a such thing called stages of change. You need to Google this. Google stages of change. Sometimes you're trying to help a person who is not at the appropriate stage of change, and you're draining yourself. You're draining yourself because you don't understand emotional intelligence. You're just absorbing and taking on and walking away, and you don't know what to do with it. I'm trying to help somebody tonight. Okay, so Google stages of change, because you need to understand that in order to know whether or not, even if a person says they want help, you can identify what stage of change they're at. And if they're at the beginning stages, they don't really want help. Okay, you got to become wise in this. You got to become masterful at using your empathetic ability to help the collective, to help those around you, to help yourself. And you serve nobody being a sponge saying, I need to absorb and I can't help it. You don't serve anybody. You hurt yourself. You put yourself in a stress state, and disease is sure to come. Okay, so I'm going to stop right there and see what y'all saying, because I see y'all talking. I love the energy. When y'all give me energy, I just keep talking. You know, does it make sense? Are you getting something from this? You don't need to know how to block it. You Kiwi. What you need to do is resolve your programs. You can block till the cows come home. But if the program's still inside of you, you're going to keep creating that same reality. Thank you, Sage of Ascension. So what I do is I help people shift. I help you become more conscious. I help you manifest consistently. Thank you, Sarte. I help you live a healthier and a happier life. And I do that through fitness, nutrition, emotional wellness coaching, and feminine wisdom mentorship. You are an empath, but you're not a sponge.